Hi everyone, today I'm going to paint this wreath in watercolors on a piece of watercolor paper, and I want to talk about this beautiful green that I mixed with some of the greens that I have on my palette. I just used some Payne's grey to create a very watery grey mix. I'm also going to leave some of those watercolor markings you can see right there. I fell in love with watercolors just because of those markings, so I'm not going to change it at all. I used a whole bunch of different greens on this card, and I'm not going to write it down at the bottom. I'm going to talk you through all of the colors while I'm painting, but use whatever you have. You don't have to go out and buy different colors. All colors that you have should work for this. This is just a normal little card that you're going to paint in watercolors. Also, I'm going to use some glitter paint at the end of this video, so stay tuned. We will be painting some beautiful glitter art as well, like always. I am a little bit tired because Mr. T didn't sleep very well last night. He was very awake and wanted to go and have some rooibos tea, but anyway, let me talk about the colors quick. This is the Payne's grey that I mixed into the green just on that section there of my palette. You can see it's like a grey green. Then I use some of my other little secret greens. Well, it's not secret, but you will hear while you watch the video. I especially share my favorite green that I mix with two colors, and you can listen to that while I'm painting. I talk a lot, you'll hear the dogs, everyone's home, it's nearly break time. My daughter's finished studying now, and yes, we're just taking it easy. So here we are just folding a piece of paper, so you can use an A4 size or A3 size or a A5 size, whatever size you want. And I'm just going to swap between a few brushes, and I will discuss it and you will see what I used during this painting. This is the brown I want. And we are going to use a plate and just circle around the plate, and let's do another one this side, again overlapping just a bit. Alright, and then let's go around each little one with your brush, and it doesn't matter if you don't follow the right circle, you'll see what we're going to do. Bit more of the brown. You want it to look like branches, so wiggly. And some more. Push some down your brush just to darken certain sections. We need a bit more here, so just go in circles around and around. It's not going to be one solid circle. Alright, and so to go out onto these parts there now, and just darkening certain spots, not everywhere. Want it to look like little branches. use a different brush. Just rinse off all the white and just gonna go one tiny little, because we're using vine branches for this, so we're imagining it as vine branches. Because that's what I will be using. I don't have a willow tree in my garden. And you don't want straight lines. Okay, a little bit more. Go from that side. And you want all the colors to be different. So the one section you will dip your brush in more water. The next one you will have a lot less water on. And then go in with some darker color. So every section will have a different color, but it's the same color, just by diluting it a bit. Little wiggly bits. Those little wiggly bits on the vines. Go. Some look a bit weird. That's okay. So I'm going to mix quite a bit of my Pyridine green and some. I'm going to show you my beautiful colors that I have from Mission Magella watercolors. I want all different colors for the next part of the painting. I'm going to mix between these beautiful greens that I have here. And let me just mix them on the plate here. This is one, it's very similar to sap green. And then I also have this one here, which is like a yellow green. And let me see, I think that's a blue, very dark green. So that's a very dark green, and then I want to get some of my Pyridine green. So bit more of this. I'll show you the colors now. So I'm just mixing between these colors. They are beautiful colors, and each little section will have a different green. And you will also make sure that you have a brush with a nice tip. Now I'm gonna go in with these brushes, and then I have this lovely brush from Winsor & Newton. It's called a rigger brush, and I'm going to go with I want a bit of my brown, so I'm going to just pull it fine, because this helps to create more of a wiggly line instead of us always you know, doing straight lines. And it looks a bit weird now, but you'll see it all come together. So we used a vine from the garden, the vine branches. We always cut and prune our vines. And now we are going to take some of the green. Let me move the greens in view. So I'm going to use some of this green first, and we want all different shapes. So one like this. Make sure you have quite thin little brush strokes, so every time it changes a bit, just roll it. So if it goes a bit flat just roll it on your plate like this, and then you go again and pull. You want very thin lines, not like that fat one there, like that thick line there, but it doesn't matter if it's a little bit thick. And then you're going to mix between all the greens and overlap, because we want quite a bit of different greens, because they are not all the same colors, and some come this way, some that way, some are straight, and you just pull long ways, and some are very long, and you just carry on until it creates a beautiful pine branch. And you're just going to carry on until you're happy with your branch. Also want some of this perylene green. I'm going to use an old brush to pick up some of my perylene green, which I didn't have enough space for all of the green on this palette, and I'm just going to drop it in here. This perylene green you will use often for, especially during Christmas time. I use it often for my tutorials. Okay, so, and you can see the consistency. Sorry, we have load shedding again, and so hopefully my camera won't go flat, but some greens like that, and you can see it just makes it look a little bit different than using just one green all the time. And you can also push down your bruch stroke to create a bit more of a thicker little branch this way. It will take some time because the rigger brush sort of sometimes moves, and then you don't have to buy one of these brushes if you don't have one. You don't have to at all. You can use a normal brush, and I'll show you now. I just use it because I bought it for when I started painting, and I always use this for these little types of branches. So now we're going to go in with a normal brush, so I can show you that I can also use a normal little brush. And I'm going to draw another straight line, straight little branch from this side, this angle, just go this way, let it dry, and then go in with some more of the other greens now. And just, they all different shapes. And just go, if you want to paint it quicker, go faster, because the more you overthink it, the more mistakes you're going to make. And a different green, so let's go in with this yellowy green, and you can mix a bit of your own. You can definitely use some sub green, mix some French ultramarine in there with some yellow to create different colors. Some more of the perylene green, and you do want to see that it's two different little branches coming in there. There's always tiny little sticks everywhere. Well, mine have tiny little sticks everywhere. Some are long, and eventually they all just look like they're supposed to be there. Okay, we're gonna go onto this one. I think I'm gonna need some more perylene green, because this is such a beautiful green. Mix it on there. Now I'll show you my go-to green if you if you don't know how to mix your colors yet, and you're not one of my students on Patreon, I normally take French ultramarine and I would mix it here. This is the green that I mixed earlier. This is right here. Then I rinse my brush, my dirty water, because I always have the dirty one, and then I rinse it in clean water. Always have 2 glasses of clean water, and then I just mix some of the yellow in there. This is the transparent yellow or the nickel azo yellow, and that is a beautiful green that you can mix yourself if you don't have green. So I'm going to go in with this little brush, and you can see this brush now don't have the rigger long bristles. So I'm trying to show you that you don't have to have the exact same brushes that I have. And you can use any brush. Just go everywhere to fill up your little branch, little wreath. Okay, I'm going to leave this one lighter because I like this color. So this is the color that I just mixed with the French ultramarine here. And now we're going to go in and do this one. Same concept, just lines. So those little branches, that little video that I painted and posted on Instagram, this is exactly how you very easy do these little tags or Christmas cards. Just lines. Anyone can do these little lines. Don't even have to paint in watercolors. You can make your own little tags if you want. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with a bit more of a darker green just for the center, yeah. And on this one I want a few different colors. And you need a brush with a nice tip, so anything. So let me just show you the color that I mixed. It's this, oops, sorry, this green, very watery. I zoomed in quite a bit, so I think it's too close. I'll have to figure something out how to show everything in there. Let's see. And I'm going to draw a nice little thin line, but push it down certain places. Get a bit more of my Payne's grey mix on here, on this side. Thin little And what I'm going to do now is just wet my brush and pull from that side, and then I'm going to drop in some of this beautiful color, and then same on this side. And then just dropping some of that, and then some, yeah, and just longer coin shaped ones, and then we just drop it in there. Let's fix those little branches. Want it to look nice and let it all come together like that. Okay. All have to be perfect. Okay. I'm nearly finished with this card, but then I'm going to add a little bit of glitter. We're going to do some glitter art, and I would like to Thank you for watching, and also I added my Instagram handle down at the bottom there. And if you like this video, you can subscribe so you can always see all of the videos that I upload. I also paint a lot of flowers and insects and birds. On Instagram, I paint quite a lot of detailed flowers, but sometimes I also like to paint very loose flowers and loose animal art. This is Mr. T snoring right here next to me. He is a tiny chihuahua, but he can snore so loud. That is one of the things that you will hear very often when you follow me on Instagram and on YouTube. My dogs are always with me. I absolutely love dogs. I don't have cats. I love cats, but I don't have cats because the dogs don't get along with cats. But anyway, so yes, I'm going to paint some of this glitter art, and all I like to do is just drop it over all of these green leaves that I painted. So I'm going to mix between the colors, and I don't want to overdo it, but I do want to add a little bit of glitter. So well, let's see how it turns out. I hope it's going to work. I think it turned out beautiful, and I will share the pigments with you down below. I bought it locally from a different little company, handmade little pigments, and I hope you enjoyed this painting with me. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I would really like someone to comment on my videos and just tell me that it's either good or they don't like it, and then I know where to go from there, because then I won't paint any of these paintings if you don't like it. But I will see you soon with another video. Have fun, look after yourself, and enjoy the holidays.